Hey guys, Fets here from 11 Bravo Gaming with a really cool video for you. Behind the talking is going to be some gameplay from Corrupt. I haven't actually recorded any gameplay yet. I actually just ran out and picked up Battlefield 4 for Xbox 360, and I'm installing all the required stuff right now. And why have I not gotten it yet and everyone else has? I was in London. I think a lot of people know I was in London. But not everyone might. I went for the Battlefield 4 Showdown. It was United States versus Europe. EA flew me out there, paid for my ticket for the airline, paid for a hotel room. I got a room with Brass Monkey from Brass Monkey Apps. If you're not familiar, if you have an Apple device, you can check out his stuff in the iTunes store. Strategy guides for FPS games, a lot of cool stuff. So they paid for the hotel, paid for food, gave us some cash, and let us play Battlefield 4 on the XboxOne. And kind of televised it for the world to see. It was pretty amazing. I'll put a link in the description to go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. It's I think battlefield.com. I'll mess it up, but I'll put it in the description. It's about 2 hours long. They brought in hosts. They brought in Jessica Showbot. I think she's done like Attack of the Show and stuff like that. And they had a production crew there, so they had a crane, boom, jib, camera, and multiple cameramen running around in our face, and profile photos up on screen whenever they talked about us. And it was full 64-player epic combat on the Xbox One. So I think a lot of you guys are probably wondering how to play on the Xbox One, because people have gotten to play a little bit of Battlefield 4 on Xbox One at some like the Eurogamer and stuff, but no one has gotten the kind of hands-on time that we got at this event. We spent 12 hours Thursday on the 31st, 12 hours practicing, and then we practiced all day Friday. The event wasn't until 6 p.m. local time. So we got, literally 10 hours, 12 hours with the game of game time playing in 64-man on a local server, so we didn't have any of the issues everyone's having with connections. So the game ran absolutely beautiful. The netcode or whatever was fantastic for us. Like the hit detection was perfect, and graphically the Xbox One looks fantastic. It plays really well, and everything was great. It really was encouraging as someone who's got a day one Xbox One pre-order. I think PS4 and Xbox One are going to be a fantastic experience for Battlefield 4. So if you're at all worried about going next generation, you don't need to be. It looks great. Any stories of it not playing well are overblown, because it just looked fantastic. I actually got to meet developers there. Alan Kurtz was there. He's the lead multiplayer gameplay designer. Also, I don't know his name. His Twitter handle is Dice Firewall. And he is, I think, the lead map designer, or else a map designer for Battlefield 4. And he had a hand in all the maps. I think he is a lead map designer. And he was really cool to talk to. So passionate about the game. Demise, Alan Kurtz, I didn't actually talk to him. He was playing on the other team, so I kind of gave him the cold shoulder. But he's an American, or was, and he's a dual citizen. And he played for the European team. And we actually got him kicked out for the third game. If you watched it, we won the first two, which by the rules they had set up meant he had to go and watch, and he wasn't around for the third game. But yeah, if you're wondering who won, we steamrolled them. We won all three games. We actually won almost. I don't think they beat us in practice, other than a few times where we had guys not actually playing and we were kind of messing around. Anytime we had a serious practice game, we won, and then we won all three of the actual games that were televised, and it wasn't even close. We had guys. I got to play in a squad with Iconic Wally, who is just freaking amazing. He was putting down 50 kills a game every time we played in practice. I think he broke 50 kills twice in the actual televised event. Some of the other guys like Compact Killer and Chinny, I think he's iconic as well. These guys were so good. And I held my own. I had at least 2 KDs, and that wasn't necessarily my role to get a high KD. I was the gunner for Wally in the tank, which was really cool to be chosen for that. And so my job was to keep him alive, which I did, and to kill any infantry coming at us, which I did. And you know, I was still going 20, 30 plus kills. I broke 50 once in practice, and I just felt really good. It felt really good to know that I could go out there with some of the best players in the world, some of the best European players, and still pull down 2-3 KDs and dominate. And that was really like rewarding, because it's one thing to, you know, like I play public matches. I don't play competitive. You guys know that. And I feel like I'm a good player, but it's not validated in public matches necessarily. So to actually have it validated, you know, going out there against those really skilled players and being able to just not just hold my own, but impose my will quite a bit on them was really good. At first, the tanks are so different in Battlefield 4, and you know, Wally and I both struggled with adjusting to that and adjusting the 64-player tactics. But it came really quick. If you're a good Battlefield player, you're going to adjust to 64 players so fast. It's not going to be an issue. The maps are bigger. To be honest, 12v12 takes more skill than 64 player, because you're relied on to cover more ground, and you're more important if you die. So, you know, I wouldn't worry about that. I'm not worried about the Xbox One. It looks great. It's going to be so much fun to play on. You know, going back to talking about the DICE developers, those guys were fantastic. They're so passionate about the game. They really do care. Like, I know everyone's really frustrated with DICE right now, and I'm not just like, you know, on this high because I got to meet them and fanboy or anything. They really do care about how the game plays. You know, they have time constraints and financial budget constraints, and they're trying to put as much as they can into the game and make it great. And the one thing I would have liked to ask Dice Firewall, I forgot to, is what he was thinking with Siege of Shanghai with all the rooftops. You know, I would like to hear his what he thinks of that. You know, so otherwise, you know, if you guys watch the event, you got to see Caspian Border 2014. It's the remake of Caspian Border. That map is so much better now. It was fantastic. They put a giant wall down the middle that has some gates you can open and close, and there's all kinds of strategy around that we developed. And I will definitely, I'm hoping, I asked them if I could get the gameplay to commentate over, because I would love to talk to you guys about what was going on in the game and everything. And hopefully they'll do that. I want a free pair of Astro A50s, which is awesome. I've always wanted a pair of Astros. So Astro kind of rewarded us or hooked us up after we won. They emailed and said they wanted to send us all a headset. We used A50s at the event, and they're really fantastic. I've always struggled with how expensive they are, but after using them, I kind of see why they're so expensive. They're really amazing, and I know the Battlefield edition of the A50s, we're getting our tune directly for Battlefield 4, so that'll be awesome. It was really cool. Like we had the downside was we had to stand the whole time we played both days, but it was really cool. So we're standing there, and they got a giant stage in front of us, and Major Nelson and AC Bongo are up there. They're Microsoft representatives, and they were playing Commander, and it was really cool because they were in front of us, and I got all these guys around me. I've got, you know, big names like Chawboy is there on the other team, Russian Badgers on our team, and there's some other big names, and there were some other guys in the industry that were really cool, aside from the pro players. And I'm not even going to try to drop names right now because I'll forget someone that was really fun to hang out with, and I'll feel bad. But you're going to see some cool projects too between 11 Bravo Gaming, Corrupt, and myself, and some of these pro guys. We've been talking to them. Any of the Xbox guys that are going Xbox One, we've been talking, and we're going to put together some really cool collaboration videos with them. So anyways, I just want to come back and talk to you guys. I want to let you guys know the Xbox One is going to be awesome, and probably the PS4, even though I didn't plan that. And just talk to you a little bit about the event, and yeah, it was really awesome. I'm excited. I'm going to go play some Battlefield 4. I think my installs are done, so hopefully start putting together some videos for you guys. And I'm going to start streaming Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to start streaming, probably with face cam. Everyone knows what I look like now, so probably do that. Look for that, guys, and you know, let people know about it, so we keep doing it. For 11 Bravo Gaming, this is Fetz, and I'm out.